Yo, what is up, guys? What is poppin'? We are here with week 2 of the ITL versus my boy Phantombass and his NY Cosmogs. Our first matchup inside our division. Last week in week 1, we were able to couple win versus Gypsy, so we started nice 1-0, and we're trying to obviously win our first match in the division because like not Gypsy, Maddie, who's in my division, started 1-0 against Thailand last week, so. I definitely want to try and catch up and like put myself in a very solid spot inside my division, so I have a shot at winning the conference, getting a first round bye. But anyway, we are facing Thailand. He has a very threatening team. He has a nice Mega Sis, has the Hupan down. He also has a Z Duck Trio and a Naganadel, both of which didn't come surprisingly. But Celesteela has just a terrific matchup versus my opponent's squad. But he actually decided to bring his like the 3 mons that can like deal with Celesteela fairly well, which has 2 electrics and an Incineroar. Also as a Hupan bound, depending on the set, you can potentially 2-hit KO me because I'm mostly Spadef. But like this Celesteela is like just a classic heavy slam flame for our Leech Seed Protect set. Pretty much goes inverse him. It's a hard counter to Scissor unless he's like Ashley's superpower, but he like later revealed to be not that. Anyway, Hydreigon is my designated super switch in. Choppleberry, max HP, enough speed for Hooper, U-turn Dark Bolts, I think Roost and Taunt, maybe Toxic over Taunt, not sure, but very solid check to Hooper, unless I let it get weakened. U-turn knocks out uninvested Hooper easily, and uninvested Hooper is a thing versus a Mammo squad, so definitely gotta make sure. We got nice Underwext left, Wish Protect, we got AV Mammo, Rocks Nidoqueen, and Earthquake Roost, Toxic Arrow. Pretty solid squad overall, I would say. But yeah, versus the stuff he brought, it's definitely gonna be a tougher matchup. Like, had there been a Duck Trio somewhere over Raikou or Rotom, or like one of his water types or so over Incineroar, definitely would have been easier. But not too concerned heading into this match, but definitely have to play carefully. But yeah, I think we should just hop right into it. He leads with his Rotom, I lead with Hydra. Hydra like just solid overall versus everything. Against Incineroar I can Scout for Scout by clicking U-turn, and versus the rest, like versus Hooper, just click U-turn versus Scissor. I just go hard into Cellar. I don't use much better. I don't even go hard into Cellar, just U-turn Earth. And versus Electric, I also get a U-turn. If he's speedy, if he's like creeping a Hooper creep, he gets a quicker Volt Switch, and I like get the slow U-turn, and that's exactly what happens. This Rotom is very speedy. Doesn't have any special attack though. My Hydro Cheese is. This looks like max speed Rotom with max HP or something like that. And I can go to my arrow here, click Toxic, predicting the Uxie, which works out nicely for me. Yeah, I'm considering like just going for double Toxic in case he wants to switch out, but I figured he was just going for his Rock Switch. Like, even if a double Toxic I can just default them away, but I decided to, I think, go into Celesteela, trying to like get like some nice Leech Seed action going on. But he goes into his Raikou. I think I go hard into my Mammo on this turn. As he pulls a double into Rotom, very smart play on this part, I would say, because that prevents me from just like getting off an attack or getting off my rocks, depending on my set, because Rotom's Leaf Stomp can do a fuck ton versus me. So I go into my Hydra, shoot a Leaf Storm on the Willow. He actually goes for the Willow. Doesn't matter too much. Yes, I can't OHKO Hooper now, but I still get off 50% or like 40 if he's invested. So not too shabby, not too shabby. I can just go for the U-turn again. Get some initiative back as he goes into Uxie. Kinda unfortunate because I can't go into shit like Hydreigon to spam Dark Pulse versus it, but I can just go to my Cellar and click Leech. No, I click Flamethrower here expecting the Rotom to come in, and yeah, he's like definitely max HP Rotom, gauging from the damage, and yeah, I'm kind of forced to switch out. Go to Nidoqueen on the Volt to get up my rocks here, as Tyler actually makes in my opinion, a misplay because he goes for the Willow on what's very likely to be a special attacker. Special Nidoqueen just better versus him. than physical, and just like sacking one of his answers to Celesteela. I don't think I agree with this play, but it works out from here. I can just go for the Sludge Wave on this next turn, as he reveals the Defog on the Rotom. So, didn't work out as well as I hoped, but anyway, I killed the Rotom, which is one Antigon, and here he brings in Hoopa. I'm like, this Hoopa has to have substitute versus me if he brings it in like that. Because he doesn't know my item, I could be like Yappa Berry to lure it, potentially get some nice damage off with like an Earth Bar or something. But I decided to play it safe and go into my Hydra as he sets up a substitute. Yeah, I actually not make a misplay, I misclick actually. I was kind of sure like I was guaranteed clicking U-turn here, U-turn out into my Clefable to scout for the Z5 move, but I misclicked and clicked Dark Pulse. I don't know why happened. It was a very quick turn, so I couldn't cancel anything, but he knocks me out with the All-Out Pummeling, probably revealing that he is either Focus Blast or Focus Punch, because I have to Shuffle Berry, and I go down to this, but I can go into my Clef here, trying to make an aggressive double, but I can't bring myself to it. I just go for the Moonblast, because if he's Gunk Shot, he can 2 KO me. I want that to happen, so brings in this Incineroar, goes for another sub with me, but I can just Earthquake with my Aerodactyl, doesn't matter too much. The Iron Head, I will go for the Roost on this turn, pretty to switch out, or like just attack again, doesn't really matter. I can keep this thing healthy if I want to. And he brings in this Uxie, can get up his rocks as I bring Clef. Gonna go for the Wish here, I think, to guarantee my next mono free switch in. As he goes into Scissor, which is nice for Cella. I can just go into Celesteela. No, I go into Nidoqueen. Didn't feel like going into Cella because he would just bring in one of his thingies, but Nidoqueen gets back to full and he goes back into the Super. So he has a lot of initiative moves on his squad versus me. Kinda annoying, but he goes hard for the Zen Headbutt, so this is a physical Hoopa. I know he has like a lot of attack investment here, but I can just protect. Yeah, he goes for the substitute. He actually told me afterwards that he thought Heavy Slam doesn't break the sub from Hoopa, but Celesteela's Heavy Slam always breaks the sub from Hoopa unless it's max HP and has at least 240 defense EV. So he goes for a sub, which I think wasn't the best play. I can just break the sub here with the thingy, and he reveals the Thunder Punch as his last move, which means he can't touch Clefable pretty much, which is nice. But my Cell is low now, and I am like, yeah, that's kind of annoying. He goes into Raikou, had a Leech there, would have been a sick play, but couldn't do it. And he vaults with his out, and this Raikou reveals to be like no special attack. I'm like very surprised by it. He told me later that he was like physically defensive versus an offensive Seller, for example, with the Sugar Berry, which makes sense. Goes back into Incineroar, goes for the Iron Head, and I can just break this thing up with the Sludge Wave. I wasn't sure if it was clicking Flare Blitz, because if I can get up rocks and he Flare Blitzes, he doesn't knock me. He does knock me out, but he allows me to get up rocks, and rocks hurt him way more than me because his initiative approach, while it's working out right now, with rocks up, it's kind of getting shut down. But he just goes for the Flare Blitz, and I won't get rocks this game, so this is unfortunate. But Incineroar goes down. One more answer to Celesteela gone, I guess. I go into my Clef now. I can just Wish on his Raikou. I think I Protect on his next turn, as I do. And he brings in Scissor. Like Scissor with a low, like with me having a low Celesteela, is annoying as fuck. Even though like I can shoot any hit from this thing. He also revealed to be a max attack Scissor Adamant. I could go for another Wish here, trying to like see if he wants to Bullet Punch me, and I can go into pass his Wish into my Celesteela. So kind of big boy play by me, but I knew I lived the Bullet Punch, so the Wish was pretty much free. Here I can Protect to get some more lefties back. The Seller at full pretty much means that I can potentially win the game. I can go into my Mamo here, even if he like predicts that I get off a nice hit. I go for the knockoff if predicting Uxie to come in, but he actually goes into Scissor. And an offensive Scissor is not a counter to a Mammoth one, let me tell you. If I Earthquake, I pretty much force him to Bullet Punch, which means Celesteela has a free switch in, and his Scissor will be low, so I don't agree with him going hard into Sis. As you see, like knockoff did 20 and I'm not even live up, so not sure if I agree with this play, but he can just U-turn out back. I get back into my Cellar, Protect here as he volts. At this point I think like is he Scarf or something? Scarf max HP, but I can just like Leech Seed here because I know Volt Switch bounces pretty much. Leech Seed on the Hooper, gets a nice leech back. I contemplate double leeching here, but if he Thunder Punches, I'm like in a bad spot, and I figured like, yeah, I'll just play it safe, click Protect. Even like Protect is a no drawback move if he stays in. It's great. Oh no, I actually switch out. Yeah, like switch out to Memo, covered him going for the Thunder Punch as well as him going to Raikou. So smart play, I guess. Go for the Earthquake as he goes into Yuxi this time. This time not going into Sizz. But I can just knock off here, I think. See foul plays. Didn't consider foul play at all during this match. Like, it was right after I played my NPL playoffs match, and I wasn't like concentrating as much as I used to. But foul play is 40. Doesn't really matter. I still chew a Shadow Ball from Raikou off the rocks, for example, and I can knock out the Uxie with the 5-punch. And now, like, I'm thinking as he brings in the Scissor. If he bullet punches and I go to my cellar, I get a free leech off and I pretty much win the game from here. I think this is the turn where he clicks bullet punch, and yeah, if I like, if he allows him to get the free cellar switch, he pretty much has a very solid chance to lose. So I go to my clap, breaking the U-turn, but he actually bullet punches and I'm like, yeah, fuck. I have to sack my thingy now before I get back into my cellar stealer. Like with the rocks up, it's pretty annoying, the whole switching around thing. Because you get some chip all the time. Get another leech off on Hooper. I think I protect again on this turn. Still not going for double leech, or do I? Nah, I protect again. Now we'll protect once more to get like back to a nice amount of health. And he shows Shadow Ball, so here I'm like, oh cool, if he Scarf I can stay in. So I do just that and go for leech, but he actually shows me now that he has the T-ball like and is not locked in. So yeah, protect to like get more lefties back. Like even with Thunderbolt, he only does 50%. So yeah, I go for another leech, predicting to go for the Bolt, and I get this right. And like now my Celestine is long. I'm not playing this well at all. I allow him to get off damage on Raikou, get a lot of reads wrong that I usually get right. I should have gone into Memo on this Volt Switch 100%, but I figured he might want to like go for a Shadow Ball predicting that or anything. But he goes into Hoopa and I'm like, no, yeah, fuck, I need to get health on this Celesteela. Like if I don't get health on this, I lose to Scissor. And like at this point I can, like, losing to Scissor is very much a possibility because he could be SD superpower. Brings in a super and I figured like he will be at 15 after taking the leech and I'm at 30, and I'm like so much in the back that I think I have to leech CT again, predicting him to go out into Raikou. Because if I protect and he switches out into Raikou, I'm pretty sure I lose guaranteed. Because I only get lefties back and will be at 42 after another protect, which means I'm arranged for T-Ball. And like even if he doesn't, even if I go into a Memo on the T-Ball, I will come in back at 30 and Scissor at +2 will kill me with a plus the U-turn, not plus the U-turn, but plus the Bull Punch, I think. So I'm like, I have to make a play somehow, and I go for the double leech here. He switches out and I capture Raikou, and this is like absolutely huge for me because my Celestina now is wearing down this Raikou, and I can protect. I will get back up to like 70 or something here, which is really huge. I'm not 64, pretty nice. Now I go to Memo. I think he Volt Switches. Yeah, Memo getting some health back. I guarantee live a Shadow Ball here because he's uninvested. Goes for a Shadow Ball, that's 20, and I can knock him out with the Earthquake. He rips a Sugar Berry, so this definitely was a bulky Raikou, which was able to, like, would have been able to take on the Celesteela. Now he goes into Scissor. I have to Earthquake here pretty much because I can't give him free setup. I Earthquake get off 44, and as you see, like as I said earlier, he knocks out my Memo. As I said earlier, like plus offensive Scissor is not a switch into Memo Swine. So had I clicked Earthquake on his one turn, I would have been in a fantastic spot with the Scissor. But now, just into Hoopa, I'm forced to go Arrow because if he like crits me with a, or like if he can just get damage off with the Thunder Punch, Hoopa is like in Scissor range. So brings in Scissor last mon. If he has these, he wins. If he has Superpower Knockoff, I have to go hard into my cellar because Earthquake doesn't knock him out. He does like 30 max. He Sword Senses and he doesn't have a move that that hits Celesteela, so I can knock him out with the Flamethrower. GG to Tyler. I kind of escaped there, I would say, because I didn't play this game well. Not well at all. I'm like honest about it, but I thankfully was able to clutch one out and improve to 2-0. Tyler played this really well. Like at some moments, I wasn't sure if this was actually Tyler playing because Tyler, like we always joke that Tyler is like a free win, especially in the division with Maddie and myself. But he like played his first two weeks like super well, and it's always good to see if my friends improve. And like here, he had me at the almost losing this game, but thankfully he opted for aerial ace on Scissor to like pretty much set up on my grass types, I would say. Not sure why he would have aerial ace otherwise, but yeah, I escaped there, and yeah, we improved to 2-0, which is nice. Next week we are facing Matty Brolic, who should be 2-0 after this week too. I don't think he will lose in this week, but we'll see about that. Definitely should be a hype game, so definitely check this out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment if you did, and I catch you in the next one. See ya.